everybody today?
Good.
Good. All right. So before we start, I'm going to read a poem. Now you have these little sheets of paper by you. Please flip them around. Okay? Now I want you to follow along as I read, and then I have some questions for you guys, okay?
Okay.
All right. Are you ready? All right.
Yes.
3 types of rock are really a must. These 3 types of rock creates the earth crust. Igneous rocks, when lava halts, are volcanic rocks like mafic basalts. Sedimentary rocks, should it be known, compressed like coal or like limestone. Temp and pressure at extremes, metamorphic rock is formed, it seems. 4 billion years, rock's been here, so I don't think they'll disappear. Used for tools from times of old, some are ores with lead or gold. 4 billion years of rocks, I said, the same one used by a dude named Fred. All right, so from this poem, and with raising your hands, who can tell me what they think they're going to learn about today? All right, Omar, you had your hand raised first. Okay, what made you think that? What detail or details?
4 billion years, rocks been here.
Okay, good. Serenity?
Flintstone.
Fred Flintstone? Yeah. All right. I want you guys, on the count of 3, to read this adjective to me. 1, 2, 3.
Given 6 pictures of the different types of rocks, students will correctly classify 4 out of 6 rocks as igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic.
All right, so that means at the end of the day's lessons, I'm going to give you 6 pictures of rocks, and you're going to classify them. You're going to become a petrologist. Those are people who study rocks. All right? What do you know about rocks? What do you think of rocks when you go outside? Gabriel?
I think of pure rocks that can be made by, like, compressed lava.
Compressed lava? Nice. Okay. Omar?
They're hard.
They're hard? Okay. What about you, Serenity?
They can be made.
Now you're going to fill out, and I'm going to guide you through it, okay? All right, we are going over the classification of rocks. Here, I'll move over here, so that way, you guys, can you see it better?
Yes.
All right, here's some key terms that we're going to think of. So we have rock, sedimentary, magma, sediment, igneous, texture, metamorphic, and composition. Gabriel earlier said magma. That's good. All right, let's go. What is a rock? We know about rocks, pebbles, and stones. But what is the definition of a rock? Does anybody want to read this?
Me.
Okay, Omar raised his hand. Remember, we raise our hands.
The definition of a rock is the following. The solid mineral matter forming a part of the surfaces of the surface
Yes.
of Earth and other similar planets exposed on the surface or underlying the soil or oceans.
All right, and that is material. So rocks are what's under the Earth's crust.
Rock.
Okay, so rocks can be found in many different places. Rocks can be found in the ocean. They can be found by volcanoes in your garden. What are some places where you see rocks? Serenity?
At the park.
At the park. So rock classification. This is going to be your first part of your guided notes. There are 3 types of rocks. We have igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. So the blank spot, you see how I have igneous? You need to write sedimentary and on this line.
This has no red. Purple sucks.
Okay, let's go down, please. All right, sedimentary. What word from our key terms do you see in sedimentary? Besides the word sedimentary itself.
Sediment.
Sediment, good job. Okay, does everybody have that written down?
I don't.
All right. All right, ready? All right, so in the first box right here, I want you to put an I, so you know that this is about igneous rocks.
Oh.
Just I.
Well, an I, but not on the blank though. Put it right up here, okay? All right, igneous rocks. Igneous rocks is from the Greek word meaning fire. Now, when I think of igneous rocks, I think of the word ignite. Ignite like you're igniting
Wait,
fire.
this?
A flame.
Yes, good job. Yes, a flame. These rocks are formed when magma, here's your key term, becomes solid. So magma cools. Magma is a mixture of molten or even semi-molten rock found under the Earth's surface. Now, see how when it says, how am I made? When blank becomes solid. So what are you going to put in that blank? Magma. When magma becomes solid. So write down magma.
Okay. This one?
Yes, we're still on igneous.
Oh.
Alright,
I use this one.
yes. Igneous rocks can be smooth, speckled, have a grain-like texture, or even show crystals. So look on your guided notes. See how they're smooth, grain-like textures, may show crystals? What words are missing?
What?
Right here.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Smooth, grain-like texture, may show crystals. What word is missing? We have smooth, speckled. Write it down.
Oh.
Just write it down.
Wait, write it down already.
Yep, in the blank area. You see? All right. Sophia finished writing it down. Grain-like speckle. So I want you to put speckle. See how we have, yeah, see, because we have that I. It's okay. So let's think for a minute. If these rocks are made from magma, where would you find them? Where do you think you would find them? Shout it out on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Next to the
Volcanoes.
volcano.
Volcanoes, yes. All right. Yes, sir.
What about an underground volcano? Are they next to those?
Maybe. All right, we'll move on. Sedimentary rocks. So I want you, next to how it's made, I want you to put an S on the second box, so you know that this is about sedimentary rocks.
Oh wait, we didn't do this one.
Oh. Magma, sorry. Where's magma found?
Under
You want to say it? Say it.
under Earth's surface.
There you go. See, thank you. Okay. Magma is found under. Thank you. Good eyes paying attention. All right. Sedimentary rocks. These rocks are formed when sedimentary sediments, are buried, pushed together, and then cemented together. So think about it, these rocks are buried, they're pushed together from the waves. If it's sediment, it's like ocean, and then they're cemented together. All right. So how am I made with sedimentary rocks? When they are what? When sediments. Good job. Write down sediments.
Oh, in the first?
Yes. These notes align with these notes.
Right here.
Yes. Good job. All right. These rocks are typically formed from the sediments of other rocks. Sediment is usually transported by water from oceans, rivers, and lakes. You have another blank spot for sediment. It says sediment is usually transferred by water from oceans, blank, and lakes. Sophia?
Rivers.
Yes, good job. All right. Now see how we have the textures? Pebbly, white, and powdery. Have a sand texture and can be layered. Which one's missing? You need to write it down. So we have coarse, sand texture, and layered. Gabriel? Pebbly, yep, you can write down pebbly. Serenity?
White and powdery.
White and powdery, yes, good job. And I think, yep, pebbly, white, powdery. You guys got them both. All right. All right. All right, now before we get into metamorphic rocks,
Oh, I know these ones.
all right, let's take a second. Why is it important to understand why rocks are made or how they're made? What can knowing about the classification of rocks tell us about? Gabriel?
You can tell us about like history and dinosaurs.
History?
Like
Yes.
fossils.
Yes. Omar?
How to make stuff?
Maybe.
Crap.
Maybe. Yeah, there's some things where you can make rocks. Geodes, when you crack a certain rock, you'll have a geode.
Is
Serenity?
it a geodiamond?
I think they're crystals.
Oh.
Alright, so let's move on. Metamorphic rocks. So I think morph. These rocks are morphing from something else. Okay, so on your last square, put an M.
Oh, what did we go for this one?
S for sedimentary. Alright, now M for metamorphic. Okay. These rocks are formed from heat and pressure. These rocks are formed from what? Blank and what?
Heat.
Yeah, so what are you going to write in that blank?
Heat.
Heat. First blank. Alright. These rocks often have a squashed looking appearance. A lot of these rocks were once igneous rocks. So I want you to take your highlighters and I want you to highlight a lot of these rocks were once igneous rocks. That's an important fact. Metamorphic rocks can have a grainy-like texture and can have fine layers with exposed crystals. I want you guys to put, Sophia?
Texture.
Texture? Okay, but what type of texture? Wait, grainy-like? No, wait. Grainy? Actually, no. You guys don't have to fill, because we have squash and we have fine layers with exposed crystals.
What about greeny like?
Oh, sorry. Grainy-like. So put grainy-like in front of texture. But that's good because that's showing you that that is texture. Are we ready to switch? Please leave those alone. How to classify rocks. Petrologists, which are people who study rocks, is what we're going to be today, usually study rocks using its texture and composition. Yes, sir?
What's an archaeologist again?
They study bones.
Oh.
Like dinosaur fossils?
Yes. Okay. Texture is the color, the feel, and the shape of the rock. And composition is the layout of the different minerals in the rocks. However, for today though, I want us to focus on how the rock is made, textures it may have. Okay? So how are we going to classify rocks today? Without looking at the board. What are we going to focus on? Say it on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Different textures.
Texture and how they're made. Yes. Your thumbtacks. So Gabriel's going to use greens. Sophia's going to use yellows. Omar's going to be blue and Serenity's going to be red. The white one is we're going to do those together. All right. So do not look at your rocks until I tell you to do so. Pass those to me. Okay. Sophia. Serenity. And Omar. Please don't look at your rocks, guys. Let's calm down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to read the back of these. See how you have your picture? Some pictures are a little bigger than the others. Okay? It's just so you can see them more in the detail. And on the back, it has information.
Can we put them up in?
Hmm?
Can we?
Not yet. Not till I say so. Okay? We're going to do one together as a group. So right now we have andesite. Okay, the rock is called andesite. Now raise your hand if you know the answer after I read the information, okay? I am made when magma cools down. I am fine-grained with a bumpy texture. I can be found near volcanoes.
Oh wait, no, I don't know.
On the count of 3, I want you to raise your hand if you think it is igneous. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Sophia, why do you think it's igneous? Well, remember, igneous is when magma cools down. It's okay, you guys. For this, you guys can look at your notes, okay? So, Sophia, can you put this on igneous? Amphibolite. Amphibolite.
That's
All right.
like amphibian.
It does. My parent rock is igneous rocks. I have a bumpy texture. I can be found in many different buildings. All right, Serenity, you raise your hands first. What do you think it is?
Metamorphic.
Yes. Why do you think it's metamorphic?
Because we hydrated a lot of these rocks. Igneous.
Yes. Okay. Queen. Now we have chert. I am made of different rocks squashed together. I have a waxy luster, and I can be found in hot spring deposits. Omar.
Sedimentary?
Yes. Why do you think it's sedimentary?
Because it says sediment is usually transferred by water from oceans, rivers, and lakes.
Yes. And hot springs are water deposits. Okay, come hang it up under sedimentary. And you're gonna look at your rocks. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to look over your notes. Hold on. Don't start till I say start, please. You're gonna take a few seconds and look over your notes. And then when I say I want you to hang up your rock that you think is igneous, you're gonna come up and you're gonna hang up your igneous rock.
On our
Then you're gonna sit down. Yes, on your color. And then when I tell you I want you to hang up which rock you think is sedimentary, you're gonna come do the same thing. And the same thing with metamorphic.
Yes.
All right, I want you to flip your notes over. Flip your knees. All right. 1, 2, 3. Hang up your igneous rock. Read over your rocks, and in a few seconds, we're going to hang up which ones you think are sedimentary. Read over your rocks. Oh,
No.
please be sure to hang them up with the picture facing me, okay?
No, I have the wrong one.
It's okay, we'll double check it.
I thought we were doing sediment.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Hang up your sedimentary rocks. Guys, then read over your rocks. I know they're the last one, but let's read them over. All right. Let's hang up our metamorphic rocks. Look how nice our board is. But let's go over. Who thinks they got all their rocks correct?
No, I got the wrong one.
It's okay, we're learning. We're learning. This is all new information. All right, so we're going to start with Gabriel. You said JDA, banded iron, and basalt. You got 2 mixed up.
Yeah, the basalt and the JDA.
All right, so I'm going to take them off and I'm going to read them to you. I want you to tell me why basalt is igneous and why JDA is metamorphic. So, basalt, why is it igneous?
Because it says it's made from cooled down magma.
Yes, and why is JDA metamorphic?
Because like it's hard to find, and other ones you can find by volcanoes.
And temperatures need to be very hot. Okay, let me put those back up. All right, so basalt and JDA. All right, let's see, Serenity.
Oh, no.
Rhyolite, yes, good job, that's correct. Sandstone is correct. I looked at Shelly limestone, I got confused for a moment. And gneiss, good job. Good job.
I have Shelly limestone.
All right, Omar, you did
I mixed up too. I know.
slate, Shelly limestone, and kimberlite. Okay, you got 2 of them mixed up, but that is okay. So we have kimberlite and we have slate. I want you to tell me why kimberlite is igneous and why slate is metamorphic.
Because it said magma needs to cool down
Yes.
for me to be formed.
Yes. Okay, and why is
I am mainly made from clay. Because it says I am mainly made from clay, but a lot of heat and pressure morphs me into this type of rock.
yes, heat and pressure. Okay. All right. Next is Sophia. Sophia, you are yellow. Marble, chalk, and pumice. Oh, you got pumice and marble mixed up.
Huh? I thought marble was right.
All right. So I want you to read the back and tell me why marble is metamorphic and why pumice is igneous. You don't know? You can look at your notes. All right. I am made from other igneous rocks. See? These were once igneous rocks. These are made from igneous rocks. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's look at this. I am formed when lava cools rapidly. My appearance is speckled. Now, when lava cools, it becomes magma. But this, there's also another hint. It's a speckled with little holes. Do you understand? Okay. Good job. Everybody did well. That is okay, because you guys, you read them over, and you figured out what confused you. So in the end, everybody still got them all right. So what I need you guys to do is, so you're going to get 2 sheets of paper. This one has the 6 rocks I want you guys to classify. So you have 6 rocks. Now, some are gonna have a little more information than the others, but that's okay. So what you're gonna read, you're gonna do what we just did, but you're gonna do it on paper now. So you're gonna read through and you're gonna classify each rock. So we have igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. You're going to write the name of each rock. So Omar, what are we going to do?
Write the names of each rock in there.
Okay,
And what they are, what kind of rock they are.
you're gonna write what the rock is. So if,
Yes.
all right, now I'm going to collect them. So Gabriel?
Igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic.
Yes. Why do you think it's important that we classify rocks? Omar?
Is that we know what they are when we try to use them?
A lot of things. What are some things that rocks can tell us? Turn.
The different, wait, what was the question again?
What can rocks tell us?
How and when they were made.
How and when they were made, yes. Omar, they were made. They can tell us so much.